Janelle Brown's modest Flagstaff rental had windows that let in the early morning sun. There was a quiet tempest of resolution inside her heart, despite the calm wind outside. She felt motionless for the first time in a long time. Settled. Free. She was making a cup of tea in her kitchen while wearing fluffy socks. Early arrival of the production team allowed them to silently set up in the background. She was aware that today would be unique. Cody was on his way. He had insisted on meeting her face-to-face, claiming to have a crucial conversation to have. Janelle remained unflinching. She no longer had anything to prove. Cody Brown was driving across town, his hands clenched around the steering wheel. His eyes were swollen from lack of sleep. He was forced into this by Robyn. Just the day prior, she had stated, "You need to make things right with Janelle. You must mend what you have damaged." However, Cody was no longer certain that he even understood what he was mending. Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. What was once a one family was now dispersed like fragments of a shattered mirror. When he arrived at Janelle's house, he inhaled deeply before entering. Janelle turned to meet him inside, her arms folded and her face blank. "Janelle," he said in a low, practiced voice. "I've been giving it some thought. I would want to discuss us." Janelle raised an eyebrow in anticipation. "We can rebuild, I believe. Restart. I apologize for the way things turned out." Robyn believes. She laughed and interrupted him. It sprang from her belly and reverberated around the room. Yet it wasn't a forced laugh or a sarcastic scoff. Even the videographer lowered his lens in surprise at the sound. "You believe that because Robyn instructed you to, I would return?" she said with a tone of disbelief. "Is that your pitch?" Cody's expression contorted in bewilderment and hurt pride. "You don't need to make fun of me." "Oh, but I do," she remarked, dabbing at a tear. "Because your predictability is hilarious. Because Robyn is losing control. You come crawling back after years of destroying what we created, disregarding my boys and ignoring my voice." Janelle wasn't done, but Cody swallowed hard. "Cody, you neglected your obligations. After selecting your favorite, you gave her the keys to your future, your money, and your heart. And you want a safety net now that it's falling apart?" "I've changed as a woman." Unable to meet her eyes, he stood in silence, taking in what she had spoken. "I didn't intend for this to occur. Did you not?" she yelled. "You planned this. You allowed it to occur. You no longer have the opportunity to make amends with a handshake and a feigned apology." Without saying another word, Cody turned and walked away. Behind him, the door clicked shut. With a sigh that bore a decade's worth of suffering, Janelle grinned. In the editing room at TLC, the editing crew was working hard back in Los Angeles. Robyn's last confession was displayed on the timeline, her voice shaking and her eyes blurry. She sobbed. "I didn't want to be the favorite. All I wanted to do was get everyone together." The supervising editor, Melissa, rolled her eyes. "She's going to say that how many times?" she whispered. A comment was made by the assistant editor. "The audience no longer believes it. This scenario is hated by the focus groups. It's performative, they say." Melissa let out a sigh and leaned back. She then carefully clicked to move Robyn's last confession into the archive folder and off the timeline. Removed. "We're going to chop her. That's all. Robyn's redemption arc is no longer this. This is Janelle's time." Later on in the evening, under the desert sky, Janelle sipped wine while sitting on her patio as evening descended. Her cell rang. Mary's message. "He also gave it a go with me. Claimed to need me. I advised him to see Robyn. P.S. I heard you chuckle in his direction." Iconic. Janelle gave a snort. She returned the type. It was pleasant. "It wasn't until I spoke it aloud that I realized how ready I was to finish." There was another buzz, this time from Christine. "Queen conduct. Right now we're viewing the raw cut. Robyn's entire last scene was removed by the editors. Now it's Janelle's show." Janelle put down the phone and looked up at the stars. The weight was gone for once. Robyn's response, Robyn's voice was strangled with emotion as she wiped at her mascara-streaked face in the now-deleted, unutilized clip from her interview. "I simply believed that Janelle would change her mind if we all put in more effort and gave it time. Before, she always did." Off camera, the producer's voice could be heard. "She did change her mind. Not to you, though. Robyn gave the camera a blink. She appeared in disbelief. I was hurt. However, the tears fell flat for the first time, evoking little pity. Why isn't this scene being used? She muttered. Nobody responded. The last montage, a sequence of images appeared on the screen. Janelle and Savannah are laughing uncontrollably as they stroll through a nearby farmer's market. Mary hiking by herself in Utah, empowered and with her eyes focused. Christine and Truly are making fun of the past while recording a cookery video. Cody, face buried in his hands, standing alone on the front stairs of Robyn's mostly deserted mansion. Inside, Robyn watches as her last scene is trashed and the cameras are taken apart. The final image shows Janelle seated on her porch, shimmering in the amber sunset, while her earlier laugh plays like a song of liberation over the credits. Janelle's voiceover, "A woman can only be silenced for so long before she starts to laugh at you. And there's no turning back once she does." The network is fronted by Robyn. The creak of floorboards beneath Robyn Brown's pacing steps was the only sound to break the heavy silence in her house. Her eyes were puffy from crying, and her cheeks was flushed. A friendly camera operator had leaked the final episode rough cut to her, and her worst nightmare came true. Her whole last confession? Lost. Don't cry. No justification. No last remarks. Only the audience's cheers, Janelle's booming laughter, and a chilly blackout. TLC's production office number was dialed as she banged her phone against the marble countertop and picked it up again. Robyn, snapping Melissa? Hello, sure. Robyn Brown is this person. I recently saw the episode. Why did I get left out? For much too long. There was silence on the other end. Melissa calmly, hello, Robyn. See, we're taking a new editorial approach. Authenticity is what the audience seeks. They're tired of your viewpoint. Robyn in a panic, I can't just be erased. The story is me. Melissa, no longer. Janelle had a strong moment. Your cries of being misinterpreted simply no longer resonate with the audience. It has been tested by us. Robyn, you're supporting her. Melissa firmly, no. We are supporting the truth. Robyn's mouth quivered. Surrounded by empty furnishings and the ghosts of a life she could no longer control, she hung up the phone and collapsed to the floor. Christine and Janelle intend to reveal everything. Christine Brown, meantime, was leaning over her kitchen table in Utah, miles away, her laptop open, her eyes burning. Janelle sat with a glass of water and a cheeky smile across the screen. Christine, you're giggling in front of him? I haven't seen anything finer on TV this year than that. Janelle, grinning, you're welcome. It just came out. I didn't plan it. They both chuckled. However, the tone quickly became solemn. Christine, pay attention. I've kept track of my receipts, financial documentation, voice memos, screenshots. I have it all. From the moment Cody gave Robyn access to the family fund, from the moment he obtained loans to pay off her debts under the LLC name. Janelle slowly reclined. Janelle, you mean that we go public? Christine, we do things as we see fit. Not on his program. No, not in a sentimental confessional. However, in our voices. Janelle paused. She had been silent for a long time. Now though, Janelle, let's get it done. Silencing us was their goal. Let's provide them with something that they are unable to alter. Cody spirals. Cody sat quietly in Robyn's once opulent living room across town. Now the home reverberated. The mortgage was 4 months overdue. The property tax was unpaid, and half of the furniture had been sold. He gripped his phone and gazed at it. TLC didn't call. Janelle has no regrets. No contingency plan. Cody in his own mutter, they don't understand. For this family, I gave my all. I attempted to take the lead. However, he was aware that no one still held that belief as he talked. Not even himself. His cell rang. A brand new social media fad was gaining popularity. Janelle laughed. First memes, Instagram tweaks, and dozens of TikToks were being circulated online. For divorced women, single mothers, and those who had formerly supported Cody but now saw through him, Janelle's chuckle had turned into a rallying cry. An arbitrary TikTok video. The most fulfilling thing I've ever seen is Janelle Brown laughing in Cody's face. Forever. He hung up the phone and sank farther onto the sofa. The women talk. Christine and Janelle sat together in front of a ring lamp in her Utah house a week later. They had their own camera crew ready. Not a producer. Not a script. On camera, Christine. We've allowed someone else to dictate the narrative for years. However, it is no longer the case. Janelle, we kept quiet in order to keep the family safe. However, quiet allowed the wrong people to gain control. They talked for 45 minutes. Regarding the disparity in income, the scandal involving the property, the partiality, the manipulation of emotions, and how, while keeping the majority of the profits, Robyn had urged producers not to broadcast anything that would tarnish the family image. Christine's last remarks: "We are no longer upset. We are at liberty. And at last, we're speaking the truth." Mary's last word. Mary Brown sent a mysterious statement on her Instagram story after watching the entire video. "Some of us were afraid and kept quiet. Because we believed, some of us stayed. Now though, it's time to quit acting." Final montage. Robyn is holding her phone as she watches the video of Christine and Janelle become viral. Sitting alone himself in the dark, Cody could hear Janelle's giggle echoing in his head. Janelle, grinning and strolling freely in a nearby park. Christine, feeling free, gave her girls a firm hug. Christine, the voiceover, "They claimed that we were the issue. They gave us a sense of inferiority. However, in the end, the truth can be heard without permission." Robyn contacts her attorney. Robyn Brown sat rigidly opposite from her lawyer, Margot Dillinger, in a poorly lit office in downtown Flagstaff. Margot was a sharply dressed lady in her early 50s who had a no-nonsense attitude and a Bluetooth earpiece stuck in her ear all the time. Robyn had emotion in her voice. "Robyn, my story has been removed off the show. Silence me through editing. I would like to know my rights." Margot patiently listened before answering. "Margot, the video belongs to TLC. They have editorial discretion because of your contract. You're losing the battle until they defamed you, which they didn't do." Robyn, unreliable. "They are portraying me as the bad guy. I was attempting to keep this family united." Margot, Robyn, your true issue isn't legal. It is the general consensus. You're not popular. You are disliked. Janelle and Christine have now taken control of the story. By the names, Robyn winced. Her throat constricted. "Robyn, everyone is being turned against me by them. Cody has shut down. I'm by myself in this." Margot spoke softly as she leaned forward. Margot, next, alter the game. Go after the platform if you are unable to prevail with the producers. TLC should be hit where it hurts. Public coercion. Agreements. Exposure. Robyn blinked. A glimmer of revenge appeared in her eyes for the first time in weeks. Damage control meeting with TLC executives sat around a glass table in a modern boardroom at TLC's headquarters. Brad Fenner, the head of reality content, slammed a folder shut at the head of the room. "Brad, Robyn is threatening to file a lawsuit. On the one hand, we have a viral explosion, and on the other, PR damage management. Help her." In just 5 days, Christine and Janelle's video had 6 million views. Advertisers are turning their attention to them. "Brad, what is Cody doing too?" Deadpan, the producer, sharing videos of him sobbing in his truck and discussing spiritual betrayal. Everyone in the room moaned. "Brad, all right? We embrace the change." Robyn is not given any preferential treatment. With Christine and Janelle in the forefront, we approve a new spin-off. If Cody wants to, he can come. He is no longer the star, though. Documents beyond the curtain exposed Mary, who had previously kept quiet, shocked her fans by giving her Patreon supporters access to a scanned internal family document. It showed Robyn was named as the only heir of the family trust, which Cody had transferred into a private holding. The names of Janelle and Mary were removed from the property drawings. The others never saw the advance royalties that Robyn received from the show. The internet took off. Longtime admirers even started to demand an explanation from TLC for Robyn's prolonged protection. Robyn is pacing by herself at night while staring at a corridor full of family pictures that is deserted. Cody was looking at his phone, again replaying Janelle's chuckle. As the crew cheers and the lights shine, Christine and Janelle go through the set of their new performance. Mary, staring straight into her phone's camera, self-assured, independent, and done waiting to be picked. camera, lights, and freedom on the first day of filming for Christine and Janelle's new series, which they have tentatively named Our Truth, Our Way. After the sister wives with sunflowers, chickens, and laughing all around, they shot in Christine's backyard garden. No Cody. No filtering. No quiet. Christine. Facing the camera, we were brought up to think that the greatest virtue was sacrifice, that serving God entailed serving our husband. However, no one ever explained to us that it was tragic rather than sacred to lose ourselves in quiet. Janelle nods. They claimed that our opinions were irrelevant. This program is our voice, uncut. The all-female, close-knit production team, which was not affiliated with TLC, resisted any network meddling. Their own LLC would hold the exclusive rights to their first full episode, which would debut on YouTube and other streaming services. Off-camera producer, ladies, the trailer has received 8.6 million views. Netflix just got in touch. In November 2021, Christine Brown, star of Sister Wives Season 19, called it quits on her 27-year spiritual marriage to Cody Brown, citing a lack of romance. When Christine discovered that Cody preferred Robyn Brown, his fourth wife, she relocated to Utah in an attempt to find happiness. In 2022, she connected with David Woolley through a dating app, and after a brief courtship, they became engaged in April 2023 and married in October 2023. In contrast to her tense relationship with Cody, Christine and David have a strong, loving relationship that is demonstrated in their public shows of affection, such as adorable Instagram pictures and lighthearted on-screen interactions. In sharp contrast to Cody's emotional detachment, Christine calls David her soulmate. During Sister Wives Season 19, their chemistry is evident, but Cody might not enjoy seeing his ex-wife show devotion to someone else. Christine Brown opened up to host Suki Krishnan in a one-on-one interview on the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All special. She disclosed the severe lack of closeness in her spiritual marriage to Cody Brown, which lasted 27 years. She made it clear that she needed a close, loving relationship. Christine said that although their connection initially felt rewarding, the intimacy eventually diminished. They parted ways in 2021 as a result of the distance. Christine confessed on Sister Wives Season 19 that she felt a significant gap in her connection with Cody after witnessing his intense love for Robyn, his fourth wife. She believed their relationship was strained and unauthentic since Cody did not satisfy her emotional requirements. In an open analysis, Christine acknowledged that we used each other, characterizing their sexual encounter as a pointless, robotic act devoid of true intimacy. Christine frequently grumbled that she didn't get enough attention from Cody. She stated on the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All that she and Cody didn't often discuss intimacy. She remembers the one conversation in which she inquired about whether they would engage in sexual activity during their marriage, to which Cody responded negatively. So the next time he came over, I said you're done. Their marriage ended at that point. Following their split from Cody in 2021, Christine's relationship with David quickly took off. Christine disclosed that she was looking into online dating in January 2023. She revealed her exclusive relationship with David, a widower and father of 8, by Valentine's Day. They get engaged in April 2023 after their relationship quickly blossomed. In front of 330 guests, including Christine's kids, they exchanged vows in Moab, Utah on October 7, 2023. TLC broadcast the Sister Wives wedding special. The connection between Christine and David differs greatly from her first marriage. Because of their mutual respect and shared ideals, the pair makes a dynamic team. David became a part of Christine's life and bonded with her kids and grandkids. Christine appreciates David's presence and conversation. The Sister Wives Season 19 star wouldn't have it any other way, despite the fact that their public shows of devotion are in stark contrast to Christine's first marriage. Suki played a packet containing snippets of David and Christine's PDAs from Sister Wives Season 19 during the Tell-All special. Upon viewing the video, Christine was informed by David, "Well, you were starved for attention." She was mortified by the remark, but she couldn't deny its veracity. She eventually found a man who genuinely wanted to make her happy, even if she had always desired more love from Cody. During Cody's time with Suki on the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All special, She showed him the same set of PDAs and inquired about his feelings regarding his ex-wife's overt display of affection with a new person. Unexpectedly, Cody expressed his happiness for Christine. "It's really what Christine always wanted," Cody replied. "I'm pretty impressed by her ability to manifest." Cody continued by discussing his connection with his third wife. The former polygamist patriarch and Sister Wives Season 19 cast member told Suki, "Christine was a good time experience. When it came down to the nuts and bolts of the real relationship, the two of us both struggled," she said. Cody is largely pleased for his ex-wife, and Christine is undoubtedly happier now that she is married to David. Christine's new beginning is ideally complemented by David's renunciation of polygamy. Although several of her 6 children were first skeptical of the relationship's rapid development, they eventually supported the couple's union. David and Christine's strong love and commitment to family fortify their relationship. Because Christine has a degree of confidence that the Sister Wives Season 19 actress did not have with Cody, their relationship is more loving. Although all of Christine's kids rapidly came to like David, not all of them enjoyed the outward gestures of love. When David first appeared on Sister Wives in Season 19, he and Christine were frequently spotted snuggling, kissing, and holding hands in public. Even though their own kids were frequently there, David and Christine continued to live their lives. The children of Christine and David were seen responding to their PDAs during the tell-all. Christine's children appear to be largely understanding of the PDAs, despite the fact that it must be awkward to watch their mother kiss a man who is not their father. "Yeah, my mom always wanted more physical affection from dad," Isabel Brown, 22, acknowledges. Isabel further stated, "And so now she's gonna have physical affection with publicly as much as she wants." The Sister Wives star's kids are pleased for her since she is at last content with the marriage she has always desired. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.